Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cougar Central, brought to you by Bud Light. I am your host, Stephen Holmes. There was a lot of great action that happened this past week, from tennis, swimming, track and field, and basketball. So let's jump into some of the highlights that happened this last week. Friday, January 26th, the women's tennis team faced off against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. The Cougars went out and dominated, defeating the Islanders 6 single matches to 1. On Sunday, January the 28th, the women's tennis team competed against Sam Houston State and Incarnate Word. The Cougars played excellent and defeated Sam Houston and Incarnate Word 6-1, giving them a doubleheader sweep. In track and field news, on January the 26th and 27th, the Cougars performed at a high level and placed in many events. Amir Ladin brought his A game and has now moved to the top 10 in the nation for the 60-meter hurdles with a time of 7.8 seconds, with a personal best of 4,987 points. Sophomore Samaya Samuels claimed second place in the long jump, recording a jump of 6.08 meters. Freshman Naomi Taylor finished second in the 60-meter hurdles with a time of 8.6 seconds. The women's basketball team was at home at the H&P Arena playing against conference rival SMU. The Lady Cougars completed their 6th second-half comeback win of the season, defeating the Mustangs 60-56. The Lady Cougars started off strong, but then fell behind the Mustangs in the second quarter. Early in the fourth, SMU would hold their largest lead of 8, 52-44. But the Lady Cougs will pull together defensively and get stops. The Lady Cougs will hold SMU to 4 points in the final 5 minutes of the game in their comeback victory. Guard Jasmine Harris led the team in points with 15, and Harris finished the game with 13, and Saretha Hawkins recorded a double-double with 12 points and 10 rebounds. With this win, the Lady Cougs are now 16-6. The men's basketball team played at home versus USF this past weekend and remained undefeated at home, beating the Bulls 63-40. The Cougars clamped down defensively against the Bulls, holding them to 40 points in the match. The Bulls made 15 of 47 from the field, shooting 32%, and was held to 7% shooting from beyond the arc. Houston defensively was a force and was causing a lot of havoc, forcing USF to shoot poorly throughout the match. The Cougars dominated the board, out-rebounding the Bulls by a large amount, 46 rebounds to 31. Offensively, the Cougars had a great performance from guard Corey Davis Jr. and Fabian White. Guard Corey Davis Jr. had 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Freshman forward Fabian White recorded his second double-double of the season with 16 points and 11 rebounds. With this continuing blazing play of the Cougars, they are now 16-4 and will face off against number 9 ranked Cincinnati this Wednesday in a highly anticipated game. As we continue, the Cougars will have a lot of great action coming up this week, so let's take a look ahead. Wednesday, January 31st, women's basketball plays against Tulane. Men's basketball will compete against number 9, Cincinnati. Friday, February 2nd, softball will start their red versus white series. Track and field will be in College Station, competing in the Charlie Thomas Invitational. On Saturday, February 3rd, women's tennis will play against Southern University and Prairie View A&M. And men's basketball will match up against UCF. Women's basketball will go against Wichita State. There's so much action going on for the Cougars this week. A lot of great matchups and exciting games are ahead of us. And there you have it, another great episode of Cougar Central. You can follow us at Facebook and Twitter at UH Athletics. And as always, go Cougs!